If you elect to go in this path, you take some beatings.
Be ready.
You will have to take some beatings, because there are the religious leaders who will not enter and who will not allow others to enter.
That's what Jesus said to the Pharisees.
Exactly. They're still around. They're still very much around. Of course, this is not to vilify our elders. No. They would act according to what they know. They would only do what they're able to do in good conscience. If they think that we're going astray, they would raise a voice of opposition. Naturally, every father would do that. But what if God told you and didn't tell them?
Then can't they be like Eli?
When I was just going to say,
Can't they be like Eli?
thank you. When God called Samuel that day, and Samuel heard God in the voice of Eli, because if the voice did not sound like Eli,
He wouldn't have run to him.
And eventually, when God spoke to him, when Eli pointed him to face God, when God spoke to him, God didn't go to Eli to say, "This is what I told Samuel." God didn't tell Eli.
Eli asked Samuel, what did he say?
And he was gracious enough to receive it. He was gracious enough to receive the fact that God, his own God,
Had moved on from him.
moved to speak to somebody else. God speaks to our children also, and does not always tell us what he has said to them. And so, as a father, I pray for them that they will forever hear the voice of the Spirit within them. I will tell them, this is the way, walk in it. I trust the Holy Spirit in them, and I want the fathers of our faith to trust the Holy Spirit in us, and know that as he spoke to them, he has spoken to us also, and that we have a responsibility not to disobey them, but to obey the one to whom all of us submit. I'm crying as I speak to you. But why would we step the kingdom back? Because we're not the ones leading. We're making tremendous approach towards the enemy camp to take over. And a general says, God, why did you choose to use this riffraff, this little girl, this little boy, rather than follow through to see the advancement of the kingdom? Who moves everybody back and says, we're not going on that mission anymore, it's aborted, it's cancelled, because I'm not the one leading it. It is the story of the church in Nigeria. It is the story of the fight against music. We must remain Unoka. We must remain Alagbe. Even when Handel and Beethoven became international icons, celebrated for their compositions. Who are you to hear God? But God is not like that.